It's the first of 9 games tonight as the final promotion places are up for grabs across all of the Bostik leagues. We start in the Bostik South as we see Greenwich Borough take on Corinthian Casuals and Cray Wanderers against Walton Casuals. Welcome to the playoffs. Been a hard-fought battle over the last few months in the Bostik South, and all 4 of these teams will have aspirations of playing Bostik Premier Division football come next season. We start tonight with the playoff favourites Cray Wanderers as they take on Walton Casuals. Your commentary team, James Cummins, Mark White and Gary Pascoe.
Well, looking around us at the moment, there are a good number of people here. It's a very, very healthy turnout here at Hayes Lane as the 2 teams now walk out onto the pitch here for this Bostik South playoff match between Cray Wanderers and Walton Casuals. Well, these 2 sides have got goals galore in them as they go head-to-head here in this Bostik South playoff match here at Hayes Lane in Bromley. Both will be looking to get the upper hand and have got plenty of goals in their arsenal, with the likes of Josh Kelly, the league's top goal scorer for the Bostik South, with 33 goals for the away side. Cray Wanderers too have the likes of Michael Power, who's 28, and the experience of Charlie McDonald, who's got so far in his 12 for Cray Wanderers and 13 during his period at Greenwich Borough. Plenty of goals in it. This one should be an exciting encounter. Trying to have a tempo of the game as Mills will look towards Kelly once again. And that's Kelly on the ball. Kelly will play the ball forward towards Richardson Brown, and Brown will try and wait for options, and Sarpong's in the box. Can Richardson Brown try and whip the ball in? Plays it to Bamba. Plays it in towards Black, and that's a good opportunity, and that's well cleared. Still not cleared at the moment, but it reaches Bamba. Bambra's been harried there by Brandon Scott, who's doing his defensive duties. Plays it in towards Sarpong, well defended, and Cray will kick the ball out. Will try and reach Freeter, but doesn't quite reach it, and heads it towards Kelly. And will that be well defended by Williams? And it will go out for a corner. First corner of the game goes to the away side, and Mills steps over the ball. Plenty of options in the box. I wonder if he'll try and look for Sarpong or Kelly. Whips the ball in, looks towards his... And he looks like it's gone in there. And it's Joe Hicks who's got the early goal here.
Completely unmarked.
Shocking defending, wasn't it?
Absolutely horrendous defending from Cray Wanderers, and it's Walton Casuals who take the early advantage here, and it's Joe Hicks who was completely unmarked in the box. Cray Wanderers were absolutely static with their defending, and it's the away side that take an early advantage here at Hayes Lane. It's Cray Wanderers 0, Walton Casuals 1. It's collected by Henry, and now it'll be a chance for Williams to run the ball further out wide. There's a good attacking play here from Cray Wanderers, and Roller's run it all the way through, and it's gone down. And that seemed very, very contentious there to me.
I mean, that's right on the edge of the box. In these situations, you'd always like to see the ref ask the linesman. The linesman's literally straight opposite, but he's obviously really confident on the edge of the box. He's giving it straight away, and there's not too much of an appeal.
No, the guy's not ruler's not really moaning about that, like you say. But good run by him, good attacking run, and run at the back at the defence, and like I said, they couldn't just foul him really. He didn't really need to do that, to be honest. But there we go.
Freeter to take the free kick over the wall, and a good save there from Gerard. An opportunity off the crossbar from Cray Wanderers, and that's a big opportunity. It's not been dealt with yet as Mundelli has the ball. Crossed onto the far side of Scott. Scott crosses the ball in towards the middle, and well collected there by Gerard, but a big let-off there for Walton Casuals.
Massive let-off. Reaction to the second ball from Walton was really poor. Cray pounced on it. I thought it was a goal.
Good kick upfield by Evans. Looks towards Scott. And they've got to defend this well here, as a bit of confusion here, and Gerard has to kick it. Back in again by Evans. Bamba's certainly looked extremely sharp in this first half so far. And the ball here reaches the near side as it reaches the feet of Richardson Brown. And what options can Richardson Brown take? He's going to try and see if he can play the ball forward, and he does so. He drives with Mundelli on him. Gives the ball over to Bamba, who's been a real headache for the Cray Wanderers defence. Plays the ball in towards Kelly. Kelly, opportunity here! And really should have done a lot better there, but that's another sign of intent from the Walton Casuals side. Good link-up play there between Bamba and Kelly, but you have to say, guys, Kelly should have really done a lot better with that.
And Joe Hicks had a great start, obviously scoring the goal, but defensively being really rock solid at the moment as well. And I'm impressed with Walton playing out as well.
Another opportunity for Walton to press forward, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of urgency from the Walton Casuals defence, and a good drive there. An excellent effort there. Scott having a battle there with Richardson Brown, and Scott will try and run it forward. Doesn't quite reach it, only reaches the goal scorer Hicks. Now back towards Richardson Brown, and what can he do? And a good tackle there by Mundelli, but Richardson Brown still has the ball. He's got options to his left in the path of Bamba. And also Josh Kelly right ahead of him. Nice ball plays towards Bamba on that far side. What can he do? Can he cross the ball in? Bamba still with the ball inside the penalty area. Can he release to start? Good chance, opportunity there from Alex Kelly, but it goes out.
He's trying to create space for others. He's harrying down, out of possession as well.
And a free kick here just in front of us. A rather spectacular tackle from Zach Henry.
I mean, that's a booking.
He's given a booking earlier for the free kick, so he's got to be consistent after that point.
Fair point.
It looks like he's going to be the second player to go into the book. Michael Lowe just having a quick word with Zach Henry. Who can forget that amazing matches of playoffs which Dorking Wanderers had last year, of course. One against Corinthian Casuals in the final in that dramatic penalty shootout. And that looked like a very, very solid tackle there from Ogun. Proper defending there as Sarpong goes down. It gets a little bit messy here as the ball was with Henry. And Henry could be lucky. And that's a dangerous challenge. And that's on Harry Mills.
He's been booked.
And I think...
Ref's under pressure now.
Yeah, big time.
Being surrounded here. And I have a real feeling...
Well, you've got to book him, James.
That was a nasty challenge on Harry Mills there. It did look two-footed from where we were sitting.
Exactly what we said's happened here. Ref's under pressure. He's now got to show another yellow. He's going to get a red card here.
There's a yellow card there, and that is going to be his marching orders. And Cray Wanderers are down to 10 men through a reckless challenge from Zach Henry. And it goes from bad to worst for Cray Wanderers. And that was an awful challenge there from the midfielder on Harry Mills. And you have to say... the referee had no choice but to second yellow and send him off.
I know, that one was a proper yellow card. He's coming behind him, slid behind him and took him out from behind.
Michael Freeter on the ball here. Another opportunity for the home side. This could be a big opportunity. Free kick into the box. An opportunity there, and it's gone in! And they're back into the game here, and it's Aaron Rule with the equaliser. A great free kick into the box. Walton Casuals were kept on their toes, but not enough for Aaron Rule to poke the ball home, and it's game on here at Hayes Lane. Cray Wanderers 1, Walton Casuals 1.
Perfect delivery, great attacking prowess, and a great finish by Rule. I'm just concerned for Walton's experience in this game. The more I've watched the first 35 minutes, I think the experience of Walton is going to be so key in this game. Yeah, it's been that way from the start of the game, to be fair, before the when a man's short. But yeah, Walton have got to be brave, and tactically they don't have any regret, so they've got to make sure they find a way of using the spare man. A flat back four against the three high Cray players is fine. Now I think they just need to go a very wide, flat midfield four and two really high.
Brilliant long ball towards Williams, and he plays it short towards the path of Scott, and in towards McDonald, and the opportunity here, it's in the back of the net, and Brandon Scott was there to poke the ball home. There was a possible call for the goal to be disallowed, but it's been given, and the pendulum swings once again in the favour of Cray Wanderers, and it's Brandon Scott on the far post to poke the ball home, and it's advantage Cray Wanderers here. Before we go into the break, it's Cray Wanderers 2, Walton Casuals 1.
Yeah, fantastic game, fantastic reaction, going a man down and scoring. That was an excellent goal, great wing play. And, for me, Walton have got the extra man. They've got to press the game high, otherwise they're not making it count. Cray are all too easily playing the ball forward. And, of course, because they've kept 3 high, the man difference makes no odds. So they're still going to have to defend situations like they had to there.
What a game we've got here so far. It's gone back in the favour of the home side, of course, down to 10 men. And there could be a further opportunity here as the flag has stayed down. It's stayed with Rule. Can Rule cross into the box, and it's chetted down there by Ogun, and they need to compose themselves now as the emphasis has now gone towards Cray. Can they now break forward here and try and gain an equaliser before half-time? The ball reaches Black. Black will try and play the forward towards Sarpong. Great play towards Ogun. Ogun will play the ball towards his opposite chance, and that's a good defensive piece of play there from Leader. And again, it goes back in favour towards Walton Casuals.
Yeah, it's end-to-end stuff here, end-to-end stuff, fantastic. Walton need to get the ball out wide like they did then. They're going to cause them problems.
So Sonny Black has gone off. It looks like Darryl Coleman's going to be introduced into the fray here.
It's a fascinating affair now, really.
Yeah, interesting.
How this one goes. Anthony's been brave then. He's made the right decision, by the way, so let's hope he, for his sake, it pays dividends.
Ogun then plays the ball short towards Kelly. Kelly looks to his near side and does so through Harry Mills. What options has he got? Plays the ball out wide towards the path of Yusuf Bamba. Bamba crosses in towards the far post. Great opportunity off the post there from Richardson Brown. And that was a superb cross into the path of Richardson Brown, and he was unlucky not to convert there off the post. And Cray Wanderers live to fight another day, but Walton Casuals are definitely knocking on the door. Can he collect it again? And it's not gone very far. Mills with a short header. Reaches Kelly. Mills again. Here's Coleman. Plays it back towards Alex Kelly. Samutis. Coleman. Coleman from long way out. Oh! What a finish from Darryl Coleman! That is a goal of absolute quality from Walton Casuals. What an amazing strike from the substitute. He picked the ball up, he had time to spare and rifled it in towards the top hand corner, and Walton Casuals are back in this game. It's Cray Wanderers 2, Walton Casuals 2.
Absolutely unstoppable from Coleman.
A worldie, unbelievable goal, superb goal. He must have been, at least 20-25 yards out.
It's going to be Richardson Brown that's going to come off. It looks like it's going to be Stuart Baldwin who's going to enter the fray. And again, that will be the final substitution for Walton Casuals this evening. Coleman with the ball once again, plays back to Huswick. And once again, they'll regroup. Samutis now on the ball, tries and beats his man. Doesn't do so, plays the ball back towards Joe Hicks.
Got to move the ball quicker. They've really got to move the ball quicker. 2 touch, 1 touch when they can.
It's interesting to see that Bamba has switched sides as well, and that was a good opportunity. And here's a real chance here for Walton Casuals! 3-2 to Walton Casuals! And Stuart Baldwin has had an immediate impact on this game. He must have been on the pitch for around a minute or 2. It's a superb strike from the substitute, and that is a real sucker punch for Cray Wanderers. Stuart Baldwin on a superb strike, and it's the visitors that take the advantage yet again. It's Cray Wanderers 2, Walton Casuals 3. The pendulum swings again. 65 minutes gone, and Stuart Baldwin gives the advantage in favour of Walton Casuals, but not this time. There's maybe a further opportunity and a real chance there for Michael Freeter to instantly get Cray back into this game. But that was an absolutely inspired substitution to bring Baldwin on, straight on, immediate impact, goal for Walton Casuals. That's it from way out, and a good shot and a good save there by Denzel Gerard.
Yeah, good save by the goalkeeper. You know, he hasn't had much to do really in it. He's pushed the ball over the crossbar then. Another good strike.
As another corner will come in for Cray Wanderers. There's plenty of options in the box as the ball is sprayed in deep and a big chance here. Good save there by Gerard, and it's off the line there. And it's very, very dangerous moments here for Walton Casuals as the ball is not cleared. Another chance goes begging as it comes off the head of Dawson, and Bamba tries and wins the ball again, is shoved off. No decision made there, and Cray are on the offensive here. This is dangerous for Walton Casuals.
Goalkeeper done really well. He was on all fours and he punched the ball away. Unbelievable.
It's certainly been impressive, the impact of the substitutes for Walton Casuals. Like you've just said, Mark, the introduction of Coleman and Baldwin has definitely changed the flow of the game, the structure of Walton Casuals, and they're definitely making an extra man prove a real asset for them so far. And that's nicked there by Kelly. Kelly's kept the ball in. A chance here, and how has he missed? That was a golden opportunity for Walton Casuals to wrap up this game, and it was Alex Kelly who should have really put the tie beyond all doubt, and that is one for the DVD howler list. That could be a really costly miss, because of course Cray are most certainly not out of this game, but they could be here. And a superb stop there from Nick Blue, and that was a really good effort from Walton Casuals, again trying to kill off the game. Regroups again, short ball towards Kelly. Kelly plays the ball across the park towards Coleman. Coleman then sprays the ball towards Matt Mills, who has oceans of space. Short cross in towards the box. Dadson has the ball. Kelly, what a brilliant save there from Nick Blue. Another super stop to keep Cray Wanderers in the match. Kelly once again, quick turn, sharp shot, and a great hand to keep Cray Wanderers in the match and to keep the scoreline at 3-2. Well, it's not entirely over yet, and that could be an opportunity. That would have been an amazing finish.
He's blown the referee, blown his whistle. Powers had a shot, beat the goalkeepers, all ends up, and it's gone into the goal, and the referees had to pull the play back.
You just get the impression that this is going to be Walton Casuals' night. That was an unbelievable strike from Michael Power, but the referee had already pulled play back for a free kick. Freiter on the ball, takes the free kick wide. Good save there by Gerard. Keeps it low. A good, well-taken free kick by Freiter. But you just felt that if the referee hadn't stopped play and Power would have scored, we would have been going into extra time with that for sure. And it's a proper opportunity. Yeah, it's a real mistake here. Kelly to finish off the game. Kelly makes it 4. And Walton Casuals look like they booked their place in the Bostik South final. It was a mistake at the back for Cray Wanderers, and Josh Kelly gets his goal. And you must think now that it's game over for Cray Wanderers. And Josh Kelly gets on the score sheet. He did well to compose himself round Nick Blue to shoot into the net, and Walton Casuals now surely have their place in the final. At the moment, it's Cray Wanderers 2, Walton Casuals 4. They found their 4th goal. As Farrell picks the ball up, and it's going to be a change of free kick taker. I think it's going to be the first free kick that Freiter hasn't taken in his game. Farrell, ball in towards the box, and well headed out there by Ogun, and it has to fall to Gerard to pick the ball out. Samutis will work hard to try and take the ball further forward, but doesn't do so. Falls in towards the path of Power. Good shot from Michael Power. Again, a snapshot by the leading top goal scorer for Cray Wanderers, but agonisingly goes wide as we draw towards the final moments of this game. Samutis could make it 5. Really could make it 5 here, and does so! It's going to be Walton Casuals in the final. Jack Samutis seals the deal for Walton Casuals. It was a superbly taken goal from the Walton Casuals player, and that is just rewards for his performance in this second half. You have to feel for Cray Wanderers. They worked extremely hard with 10 men, but that extra man counted in the end.
The sending-offs changed the game, but yet again, momentum coming into the playoffs, yet again, has paid dividends.
It's strange how that works. It's strange how that works. The momentum of a team just sneaking in, and then they go and win the semi-final.
Samutis causing all kinds of trouble here. Samutis with a shot and off the post there, and Samutis was almost given a second goal. And with that, the final whistle goes here, and it's Walton Casuals who have booked their place emphatically into the Bostik South final. Gentlemen, what a semi-final.
Yeah, absolutely. Every dynamic you'd wish for. A sending off, multiple changes of formation to try and adapt to the match play situation. You've got to feel for Tony Russell, such a great season. And then, pushing Walter uphill for the best part of 70 minutes with 10 men.
It ends here at Hayes Lane. It's Walton Casuals 5, Cray Wanderers 2.
I just think it's half a job done, to be honest. Tried to keep the boys level-headed after the game. Obviously everyone's extremely excited to win in the manner that we did, with the amount of goals that we did. I'm extremely proud of them, extremely proud. They put the information and processed it into their minds at half-time, and I couldn't be any prouder with the way they put that into the pitch in the second half, the way we moved it. It was extremely positive from right to left, left to right. I thought Cray kept a very sturdy shape throughout the game, going down to 10 men. I thought it was a sending off, to be honest. I thought the decision was rash. However, they're still an extremely good, they're a fantastic side, well managed, well educated, and to beat them in the manner that we did, I'm extremely proud and delighted. But as I say, half the job's done.
It was an hard day today. If you look at it, every decent chance we had, the keeper made some unbelievable saves, or we hit the woodwork. And if you look at, I was talking to my sister on the line actually, but I don't remember my goalie making a save up until about the sort of 70th minute or 75th minute when we went through at the back and had to go for it. So they wasn't creating chances. Just every time they got in there, they took it, and the keeper's save from the free kick, I was right behind it, was unreal. And then obviously Charlie's followed up and hit the underside of the bar. But I'm proud of the players. Listen, I don't think it was a sending off. I'm sure your cameras will show it. I know their players and management all run on and screamed at the referee, and I think he's been conned, if I'm honest. I think I'm a little bit disappointed by that, but I suppose that's, people do that, and that's just football. But
I think that with Darryl, he's been our leader. He's played over 35 games this year for us, and he was my captain at the start of the year. He was with me last year. We've got an extremely good relationship, and it was very hard leaving him out at the start of the game. Sonny and Lato played such a pivotal role in our success this year, but as I said, it's not about 11 players, it's about 16, and different players have different impacts on different surfaces and different moments in games of football. And it was Darryl's moment today. It was Darryl's moment to come on. He steadied the ship, he looked after the younger boys, and I just think that experience just made the ship a little bit steadier in the respect we moved it and what we did without the ball, and he helped us a little bit more from set plays as well.
But obviously it took a bit of brilliance from their guy who's come on, because that's what we was happy. They were just going sideways. They wasn't threatening us. And I said that in the change room. I said, listen, if one of them hits a 35-yard screamer, we'll tip her out. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that, because he went out and done it. It was a great hit, a great goal. Fair play to the player for doing it. And then after that, it sort of takes the wind out of you. But as I say, we've still had chances. The ref's blown early as one's going in. I just knew then. You just know it wasn't going to be our day, and that's football,
But we'll be going there to win the game, and we've got, our thoughts this year, we've missed 8 league penalties, we've conceded 7 goals in 87 minutes plus. As I said to the boys, we snuck in the playoffs, but we should have got automatic promotion, and I genuinely believe that, and we're going there to win on Saturday.
Darryl, well done. We made you our Bostik man of the match. Well done. Super goal you scored today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It was, instincts. Just shot was on us. Took the shot and scored. Yeah, it was good.
So, how do you feel the game went? Must have went in fits and starts. Like different. You were 1 minute you were on top, next minute you were under pressure. How do you feel?
Yeah, the gaffer said to me before the game that I was going to play a big part in it. He just had to go with the winning side that he had, and I respected what he said. So when he come on at half time, he asked me to do exactly what I did when I come on, and yeah, that was what I did for him.
Obviously, it's halfway really. You're in the halfway stage. You've got Corinthian Casuals on Saturday. How do you feel that game was going to go?
As I said, we believe that we're the best team in the league. We should have done better than we already have. So, yeah, we don't fear anybody. So.
Next up tonight, we see a repeat of last year's playoff semi-final as Greenwich Borough look to get revenge on Corinthian Casuals. Joining me in the commentary box for this one was Mick Sullivan and Frank Wilson. The players do make their way out now, and the cheers go up for both of these teams in such an important game in the Bostik South season. 46 games comes down to this. You can debate whether you like or dislike the playoffs and whether it's a fair way to end a season, but they are, if nothing else, extremely exciting for players, managers, coaches and supporters. And it will be Greenwich Borough in the red and black stripes, red shorts and red socks, up against Corinthian Casuals in a repeat of last year's playoff semi-final, and Casuals in their white shirts, blue shorts and blue and white striped socks. And the players now spring up for a few of those headers and last minute stretches and team huddles before this game in his hand. The waiting and talking is almost over in the Bostik South playoffs, and as we look at those two sides, Jack Barham for Greenwich Borough, 22 goals so far this season. They'll be looking to him to add to that tally to take them through to the playoff final. And as for Corinthian Casuals, plenty of exciting talent in their team as well. We mentioned the experience of Moo Man to drive them on tonight. Better than a corner for Uzan just to whip this ball into the box for Corinthian Casuals. He does just that, and it's away by Borough, but not very far. And there may be a first opportunity inside the box for Casuals, and it's really well defended, and another strong header gets the ball out, but they can't clear the lines completely, and Uzan picks up the ball again. Plenty of red and black bodies in the box, and Casuals just trying to knock the ball around on the edge of the area. Be another dangerous throw for Casuals. In it goes towards Ottaway, just heads it back the way of Morgan, and again they can play, and maybe the first opportunity for a shot from Mooman, and he shoots, and it is high and wide in the end. It was a million miles away, first shot of the game. 0-0 in this game, and there has been a goal in the other semi-final. It's gone the way of Walton Casuals. Joe Hicks in the 3rd minute of that game has put Walton Casuals ahead against Cray, and you can listen to full live commentary through the website. Just click on the badges of both clubs to listen to that game. It's Greenwich that come forward in this one. What can they do? Skipping into the area, lovely play, driven all the way across the box, really dangerous, and almost into the path of Travis Gregory. Just couldn't find the ball. First dangerous opportunity for the home side.
Yeah, it was great play by Dembele on that far side there, Ben, and I've mentioned Gregory on this side tonight being a threat, and it looks like that both flanks for Greenwich Borough tonight are going to cause this Corinthian Casuals back four a lot of problems.
And again, it's a throw taken by Walker, who gets the ball back and an opportunity to cross it in, and Greenwich struggling to clear, and it will be crossed in the end by Odenike. The keeper does well to claim, and he goes out to Dembele, and this has been the threat from Greenwich early on in this game, and Dembele running again, checks in on his left foot. What can he do? Still causing problems for the defenders, and a little bit frustrated there that his teammates didn't give him a few options. It's going to be a shot from way out. It's a really good strike and almost caused the keeper problems. And it was a strike from McLean from all of 35, 40 yards out on the halfway line. What do you make of these early stages, Mick?
Well, it's all tight game, and it's ping pong either way. One team gets the ball, locks it long early, has a bit of a rumble around.
And it's Pritchard that comes forward, and he goes all the way to Dembele on that far side. Dembele into the box. What can he do? Goes for the shot this time, and it goes over the bar, and the game slowed down. In towards Moo Man, who just takes a nice little touch and tries to play the ball in, and he has played the ball in. First opportunity, really good save, and it was there for Odenike, and the referee has pointed to the spot as is that inside the box, and it is going to be a penalty to Corinthian Casuals, and it was one ball over the top, and we all looked for the linesman's flag. It stayed down, great chance for Odenike, and just came back off the keeper, and as he took the ball, he was pulled down inside the box. Referee, no hesitation. and it will be Uzan who has an opportunity to put the visitors in front tonight. What an important penalty kick this could be. Referee blows the whistle. Here comes Uzan to take the lead. Does take the lead! First goal of the game, and it goes to Corinthian Casuals. A calm, cool penalty as he slots it down to the right-hand side as we look. And it's 1-0 to the beaten finalists from last year. Corinthian Casuals take the lead.
Calm penalty, good penalty. I don't know if he takes all their penalties all the season, but when you want someone to be calm, he placed it into the right-hand corner there. Well done, Josh Uzan. That was quality.
Williams will just spray the ball high up towards Ottaway. He's got 3 defenders around him. Ottaway almost does really well to win that ball. A few complaints from the fans behind the goal. It's going to be a difficult job to win that with 3 defenders around you.
Yeah, but again, they've done well to shut him out there, Ben, and now on the attack again and looking for the ball over the top themselves.
And they have got it over the top, and it's a poor effort of an interception. It's come to the feet of the attacker who looks for the penalty, and I'm surprised he's not going to get a booking for that, Dembele, because from this angle it really looked like a dive and clear and obvious to everybody. Referee lets the game play on. It will be interesting to see if he does go back and book him. Away the ball goes up towards Barham, who does his very best to spring and leap and get that ball down for Corn, and just can't quite take the touch corner. It's gone all the way over the top. Another chance for Corinthian Casuals. They're in. 2-0 to Corinthian Casuals, and it's Gabriel Odunaike, the man who won the penalty for his side to go 1-up, has scored the second goal in this game. He celebrates with the supporters. It was another ball through that found Odunaike, and he showed real composure to slot it home into the bottom corner. And now a mountain to climb for Greenwich Borough. 2-0 to Casuals.
Yeah, it's that man again, Ben, isn't it, Gabby? You know, he's in the right place at the right time. He's drifting from right to left. He's in between centre-backs and full-backs, and he's getting himself in dangerous positions where he's not being picked up. And again, the Greenwich Borough back four, they're caught flat. He was able to find himself in behind them, and then a through ball, cleverly played. Weight of pass was perfect, and then a very, very cool finish.
He's going to wait and looking for options down the line. And again, this kind of sums up the first half for Greenwich Borough. Not many options there. Struggle to get the ball into play, and they have to go all the way back towards Fitzsimmons, who does loop the ball high and long. It would eventually find the feet of Barham. Pritchard takes over, and it goes in towards Barham. He takes a lovely touch, and now on his right foot goes into the middle. Real opportunity. Great save by the keeper. Fantastic save by Gareth Williams. We mentioned that he hadn't been brought into play for so long, but real reactions from the keeper there to make the save.
Fantastic. Yeah, he's just been brought in for his experience, Ben, because he's played time and time again in big games and in situations such as this, and once again he's managed to pull Corinthian Casuals there out of nothing. A great save in a key moment for Greenwich Borough, but what a turn and what a hit, but an equally impressive save.
And that would have got them right back into the game. Corner comes in, and the corner was dangerous as well. It's heading for the near post. It needed to be headed away by Moo Man. It'll be another corner to be taken by Travis Gregory. As much as they've been in control of this game, it's really important that Corinthian Casuals don't concede a goal before half-time to really allow the home side back in, and Gregory takes it into the box. He plays it in, it's bouncing around. Still an opportunity perhaps, and they do eventually get the ball away, but just a little bit of pressure now from Greenwich Borough. Corn just taking his time, hands the ball to Nathan Paul. Pritchard takes a touch, back to Paul. They look for Dembele, who has a nice little turn onto his left foot. That's a wonderful cross by Dembele. Just took a touch, neat turn, and played the ball in. And Barham goes in really strong, and that's a really late challenge, and that will definitely be, I'm sure, the first yellow card of the game. Barham was really late there, and the referee is going to call him over. And if ever it's a definite yellow, it's that challenge.
He's a tenacious player, isn't he, Jack Barham? You know, he runs the channel well. He's working hard for his team. And listen, you can tell that this is a game of importance to him. He wants to win this game. It's interesting, Ben. I feel like Greenwich have slightly had to change their tactics, and I don't know whether or not it's going to be for the better tonight. Corn's playing a much deeper, more central midfield role now, which allows Hibbert to stay further afield, but I'm not sure that they're going to be able to utilise the legs and energy of a player like Corn, who is a willing runner.
And that's a really dangerous back pass. Game could be all over now, and it could be, because they've scored a third goal. It was a woeful back pass, and it fell to Odenaike, who claims his second goal of the game, and much like the first, just places the ball into the bottom far corner. And it is 3-0 to Corinthian Casuals, and they most definitely have 1 foot in the playoff final. Terrible defending, and they'll have nightmares about that, Frank.
Yep, and again, we've been full of cliches tonight on the broadcast, but again, backwards passing, negative play, playing back to your goalkeeper puts you under pressure. We've seen it time and time again in all different levels and tiers of football. You're 2-0 down. Do you necessarily need to go back to your goalkeeper when you're under no pressure at all? The answer to that clearly tonight is no, and they've suffered from it, and a third goal, and which could be the decider.
But not looking either, not even looking, just thinking the goalkeeper's in the right place, not even looking over his shoulder to see that you had Gabriel Odenaike just creeping round and just latching onto that. But such an
another poor ball, and it almost plays them in again, and the keeper has to come out, and really looking nervy now, Mick.
Yeah, I think Fitzsimmons has lost his head, and he looks an experienced player. It just looks like that's knocked him for 6.
8 minutes gone in this second half, and we did say that the next goal would be all important, and it's hard to see any way back for Greenwich Borough now. Never say never, but you have to say if they were to come and win this game now, it would be one of the greatest comebacks of a playoff game of all time, and they're coming forward at the moment. They certainly look like they're going to give it a good goal, and really good jinking run from Gregory, who has been effective, but the ball over the top again for Casuals, and it comes up towards Ottaway, who just nods it down with his head nonchalantly and takes the ball down and waits for support. Really good play from Ottaway. He's been really impressive and plays the ball into the box, and they concede the corner, and at the moment we are heading for Corinthian Casuals, Walton Casuals final, because Walton Casuals have scored again on 65 minutes. Stuart Baldwin has scored to put Walton Casuals ahead, and that's a great shot there by Mooman, who just goes over the bar. Ball over for Greenwich, and maybe they'll come forward now, and a chance for a shot, and again really good defending by Casuals, and they'll come away with the ball and drive over the halfway line, and the gap's starting to appear as Antonio tries to take on a couple of players. He'll win the free kick and be in no hurry to take it at all. Now you feel is the time that they need to get one of these goals back. It's delivered into the box. The best delivery so far. Bounces all the way across the 6-yard box. Still going to be kept in. It really could have been just poked home. Great delivery. Certainly putting the pressure on Corinthian Casuals, and you just feel though that one of these needs to lead to a goal in the next few minutes. They need to get 3 inside the final 20 if they're to get themselves into extra time in this game. And again, they put the ball into the box, and it's a poor cross that's easily headed out, and it will go to the edge of the box to Dembele on his left foot. Dembele goes for the strike, deflected, falls in the end to Fitzsimmons, who shoots the ball well wide of the goal. And
so yeah, it's not a foregone conclusion. It is helpful, but they deserve to be in at least the final.
Into the box the ball goes, and it's at the feet of the substitute, who just looks to come inside. Maybe an opportunity for a shot. Does go for a shot, and it's just wide. Goal kick. First of all, it's going to be a substitute for Greenwich Borough, as Akin Hornbeard's going to come on, and he takes the place of Fitzsimmons. Ball into the box for Greenwich. They've still not given up on this. In the limited time that they've got left, it really can't see a way back for them, but they'd love to get a goal. They might do now, all the way through, and it's the keeper that comes out, and the keeper Williams comes out and claims that ball. It does look like, Frank, the body language from these Greenwich players tells you that they know that they're beaten in this semi-final. There's a miss kick though, and it might let them in, and they may have an opportunity now, and the ball is in the box with the substitute bouncing around, and it's a really good header out, and we've seen that quality defending throughout this game from the visitors. It's a shot this time, and that's one of the best shots of the game so far for Greenwich, and it's claimed by Gareth Williams.
Gabs, and I think he's one of them players that will give you everything for 90 minutes.
In the ball goes to the box again. It's really well defended by Mooman. Into injury time in this playoff semi-final. And the other one, we kicked off slightly late here, and that has been decided, and it's Walton Casuals, and there's real fisticuffs there, and that's a dreadful challenge, and this could well be a red card. There was all sorts going on, and every player seems to be around now. Referee's got a decision to make, and there looked like there was a headbutt before that challenge, and everyone's getting involved. It's turned really nasty at the end of this game, and there was a woeful challenge, which I think may well end in a sending off, and the linesman's just flagging for the physio to come on. But there was a coming together before that of the heads. The ball rolled through, and there was a dreadful challenge right in the corner of the pitch, and the frustrations maybe for these Greenwich Borough players.
It looks like the referee's brandishing a red card to the number 14 for Greenwich Borough, Ben.
Yeah, it's Junior Akinhobe, the substitute, who does get a red card, and we called it as it happened. It was a woeful challenge. It was always going to be a sending off, and off he goes. The end of a frustrating night for these Greenwich Borough players.
That's it.
Does now blow the whistle, and the game has finished. And it is Corinthian Casuals who make it through to another playoff final in the Bostik South. A really convincing win for them against Greenwich Borough tonight, 3-0, and they thoroughly deserve their place in the final. They will be at home as well in that final, and they will play Walton Casuals, who've won by 5-2 against Cray Wanderers. Time for celebrations for the players and supporters this evening here in Greenwich, and they have a few days to regroup and go again for the final, which I'm sure they'll need no getting up for.
Yeah, we were fantastic. I think there was a big difference between the sides today, where I'd seen some of Paul's comments coming into the game, and he was talking about today being a fresh start. I think if you're coming into a playoff semi-final and you're calling it a fresh start, there's a bit of a problem there. You know, you should be going into the playoff semi-final confident in what you're doing. We had a bit of a blip. We had a few bad results, not bad performances, but just errors that were punished by goals, and it cost us results. And we were all very, the players feel it, and we were down. We bounced back with a 5-0 against Guernsey. Another good performance, good goals, and a confidence come back. And then we followed that up at Hive, and we got the last-minute goal. But we're always in control of the game. I felt, I never felt they were going to score. They scored. We found that bit, and with it being a 90th minute equaliser, it felt like a winner. So today it was just a case for us, compared with them, just do it again. Carry on, get out there again. Apply yourselves the way that we do. Stick to your shape, stick to your work rate, desire, and everything was there. So yeah, we're delighted with the performance.
Majority of the time in football matches you get what you deserve, and I thought we deserved nothing out of the game tonight, because if you give away goals like we did, and Corinthian Casuals were up for it, so they got what they deserved, which was the win, and we got nothing.
The two goals that they scored in the first half, it was two very similar balls through that caused the problem in your back four. Was that particularly disappointing, the way that they were conceded?
Yeah, definitely. Sloppy on second phases, which I said to the boys. And it costs you, because you've got to be at it, you've got to be on it for every second of the game. And we switched off twice, and it cost us.
Saturday was the first time I'd honestly felt like after a game where emotions had almost got the better of me and it spilled out. This is just another game of football, and if we lose in the final, then we're still here, we're still the same, okay, people will go, you've had a great season, and bearing in mind we have no budget, of course we have, but that ain't what it's about winning, and we need to turn up Saturday, get it right and win, that's it. And the boys know that.
And for you now, obviously, we saw at the end the huddle, but really disappointed, I'm sure, from the management, the players and the fans. How do you pick yourself up again for next season?
Yeah, I just said to the boys in there, I think the most disappointing thing is we finished with a performance that doesn't show the quality that we've really got. We've shown over the course of the season, obviously since I've been in, boys have been brilliant, worked their socks off, and people questioned whether the transition of management, we could sustain it and carry on into the playoffs, which, we answered a lot of questions. Boys showed real character to kind of regroup, go again. We went on a good run throughout March, but again, I think the Curse of the Manager of the Month award struck, and we've kind of been so inconsistent the last month, and that kind of came into the game with us, and it's just a knock-on effect. So it was probably a sign of fatigue, so many games, and too many mistakes, which have cost us.
I don't believe we'd be favourites. Look at the players they've got, look at the budget, the facility they've got there now. Listen, we ain't the favourites. We are, and I said something in the week, we are called the eternal underdogs, and we are, of course we are, because we operate with less than everybody else, and we do the best with what we are, and So we'll go into it as underdogs. We'll approach the game and we'll know that we'll need to be 110% on it to get a result. So there's no favourites there.
Harry, first of all, from me, you must be absolutely delighted to be through to the playoff final.
Oh yeah, it's always nice. It's nice to get a win first and foremost, especially in the manner that we did. It wasn't the best game for spectators, but we got the win, 3-0, 3 goals scored. So yeah, brilliant.
What's your thoughts on the Walton Casuals game on the horizon?
That's a casual affair, as they say. So it's a derby. We've just got to take it like we have the last few games. Just go in there and just give it our all. It's a cup final at the end of the day.
And finally, as a player, how do you prepare for any playoff final at any level? Is absolutely the pinnacle. Will you sleep on Friday night?
I'll give it my best shot. I don't know. I think sometimes if you overthink it, you can maybe not be who you normally are. So I think you just have to go into it as you would any other game, but just have in the back of your head that there is promotion and it is a massive game.
Frank, final word, looking ahead to that final on Saturday. It's going to be mouthwatering, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. Obviously, just hearing James Bracken there in his post-match interview, and you know he's Mr. No Nonsense, isn't he? You know he's full of confidence. He's not arrogant with it. You know he's just got 100% assurance and belief that his side are going to be good enough to do it. But he's played it down in the sense that they're not just going to turn up and expect to get something because it's at their place. They're still going to have to work and graft like it was first day of the season. I get that impression from him. Like, you know, Saturday could be the first opening game of the season and they are desperate for a win to get themselves off on a good mark. So it should be a fantastic game of football. Unfortunately, I won't be there to see it. You boys will be. But I'll definitely be tuning in and looking forward to seeing the result.
My thanks to Mick Sullivan and Frank Wilson tonight. A brilliant start to the playoffs in the Bostik South this evening, and it's going to be a mouth-watering week as we head tomorrow to Bowers and Pitsea and Haringey for the continuation of the Bostik playoffs. Thanks for your company tonight.